What up, YouTube? Kind of been in hiatus for quite a while. Um, as they say, is such as life. Um, I'm trying to get back on this car here. Um, this was the second project that I've had, you know, of this generation of Monte Carlo. What's funny about this is I really never had any Monte Carlo in my life. Never really seen the interest there. I mean, some of like the G body stuff was pretty cool. I was always the Oldsmobile guy and um, practice as such, So a lot of the W body platform, I was always into the Pontiac version and the Oldsmobile version. Um, Never even really entertained the Monte Carlo W body, nor did I really care. But when I acquired one, um, on the forums, my username was $200 Monty. And that is about as legit as you can get, because that is essentially what happened as I bought this, not this one, but the one that gets a lot of approval, I would say, in this day and age. It's blue, got vet wheels on it. And I'm not going to be that arrogant douchebag and go, well, fucking, I'm surprised you ain't heard of me, or I'm surprised you ain't seen it. Well, that's not me. Um, Fact of the matter is, I build this shit for me, and if I can see a need, I feel a need. With these grills, case in point, um, that's been going on for, I think I've been into these cars for, I don't know, it's approaching 5 years, maybe. Probably more like 4, but when I first got into these cars, that I had seen the differences in the front clip. Um, I had no freaking clue what was I was looking at or why I was looking at it. When you're a car guy, you get into a certain build or a certain platform, and then you have to figure out why things are the way they are. Sometimes it's a add-on component. Sometimes it might be options of the vehicle in itself, and then either came with it or it didn't. So that being said, back then it was just I knew that I wanted that look, um, and it was just kind of crazy to me because back in them days, I say them days, and in reality, it's like 4 years ago. That's not long ago, man. So I was on the Monte Carlo forum, and it got a lot of heat. Not so much on the forum, but you just wanted, like, and then they were ready to pounce on you, telling you how what a shitty. I'm like, wow. So okay, so you're bitching because you can't get this grill, and I'll get into other components. Was the reason for the video. Um, you're bitching because you can't get that component, but then when I successfully, it took me 2 years to get that done, man, and they're all CNC cut now. It took me 2 years to get that done. You know how much seat time at the PC to get that into digital format to the point where you can get repeatability as far as machine cut? Uh, it's ridiculous. But at the time, I didn't care. I just knew that I wanted a certain look, and I'm like, you know what? If we can't get those, and I say we because when I got into the community, I thought, well, this should be appreciated, but it was everything but. You have no idea the amount of people. There was a couple people that actually gave info to, saying, well, no, you shouldn't do this for manufacturing process. You should do this. And, oh, okay, well, I don't know, but I think I might want to do that too. And then here I am, like, I've been selling them for like over 2 years now. And there's the people that I gave info to as far as manufacturing concern, or to get this done easily. and not a lot of overhead cost. Let the machine do the work. You might do a little bit of work on your end, but it's like it can't be 100%. You know, fully, because cycle times on CNC, cycle times on 3D print, cycle times on a lot of things can be, your overhead on your filament. If you're 3D printing something, you have to look at that overhead to justify, what you're doing. And I've told people this and tried to share info, like thinking you're helping them out, but then you see 2 years later, they're like trying to sell their own product. Then, wow, it's me and another guy's effort to get this done. I'm like, dude, I think this is kind of like, it's kind of like a dead horse. I mean, you can do whatever you want to just resurrect it, but there's always going to be that guy that says, well, you freaking copied me, or you seen it and then you decided you want to do it. I'm like, okay, so that's what brings me to the video. I had recently, matter of fact, here about a half an hour ago, I had recently seen a dude. I'd been selling these, I've been making these third brake lights that are Knight Rider-ish. Okay, so I had been selling them for, I don't know, let's see, 19, 21, 2, 3. It's like 4 years. And it was just something fun that I decided to do because I had bought a bunch of Monte Carlo parts for this platform from a guy. And I'm not going to focus on the brake light because I'm just going to continue to talk about it. But I had brought a bunch of parts from a guy that was kind of in the mix of things, and he held it back. He's like, oh God, this is pretty a neat product. And I'm like, that's when I first got into it. I'm like, okay, yeah, it is kind of cool, but I'm looking at that and going, well, so me being the reverse engineering aspect that I do, I want to see what makes that thing tick, Well, make a long story short, if I can, which I typically end up making it longer, but long story short of it was, all it is a 12-inch LED strip that's already pre-programmed, and you tape it in. Dude, the thing is like $5 a piece. Okay? So I was thinking, hey, cool, this is a cool mod that you can put on your car and have fun with. And then I see a customer that purchased one here like 2 weeks ago, and then posted it on one of these groups. And then I can't even fucking remember his name. And then he's calling me out saying, well, you fucking seen my product and you copied it and you said this. I'm like, well, last I checked, there wasn't a fucking patent on nothing. And I don't even know who you are. And wow. So it's funny how people will assume like, well, you seen it. And I'm like, man, you don't live my life. I seen jack shit. I didn't know there was anybody. I just knew that it was out there. And then nobody wanted to tell me the answer, so I just did some self education and found out what it takes to get it done. So therefore, I continued on myself and made it happen. I didn't copy nobody. I didn't give a shit who's doing what. And you're gonna accuse me of freaking copying you, and then but what pissed me off the fucking most was the fact that, yeah, you know what? I don't get paid for this fucking crap. I don't get paid for nothing on my YouTube shit, so I'm going to fucking cuss. Because I can vent too. Everybody else fucking vents, right? Well, guess what? This motherfucker said, well, you seen my shit and you fucking copied it. I'm like, you know what? My main goal here, when this dude posted his video, as I've sold several guys, this brake light for $40 shipped, man, to your door. Okay. You know how many cars of these I parted out so I keep the brake light on, and I just make something fun. Um, well, this guy's saying, well, and it's like the customer I just literally sold this fucking product to last week. He says, well, you most likely got that from me because I was the only guy that did it, and I did it 10 years ago. And Max saw it, and he's just copying me. I'm like, dude, you're completely missing the point because you're a fucking moron. And guess what? Uh, he says, yeah, I'm gonna get those done. I'm gonna make a few. I did like 10 of those, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I'm gonna do some more. So stay tuned. Like, stay tuned for what? His says his minimum charge will be $150 for a fucking third brake light. Are you fucking kidding me? Can we say price gouge much? Yeah, that was my main pissed off bullshit attitude. It's like, I don't give a fuck who gets credit for it, but you're literally going to take a fucking stock OEM brake light and put a fucking $5 LED strip in it and say $150 minimum, please. Are you fucking out of your mind? What is wrong with you? That's my main bitch. I am not going to argue back and forth on these stupid ass fucking forums and say who does what and who does what better and all this fucking garbage. But you know what? That shit pissed me off because you know what? That's called fucking customer price gouging, and there is not a fucking need for it in any of these communities. And I just was furious. I'm like, that was my main point. I'm like, you know what? Take all the fuck credit you want. Are you really telling me you're going to take a fucking $5 LED 12-inch strip, Night Rider strip that's pre-programmed, it does several different patterns, and put it together? It takes me like 15 minutes, man, to build them fucking things. And then you're going to tell everyone else, well, he got the idea from me, and you most likely got the product from me, and I did this and I did that. You know what? That's fine. But you're going to tell me you're going to charge them $150 fucking dollars? What is wrong with you? Yeah. So end of the bitch, end of the vent. But I can tell you right now, I'm about done with that kind of crap, man. And I typically don't want to post all that crap or comment on it. But you know what? When I seen someone taking credit for your work and saying you're the only choice and you're the only option to get that shit done, no, that's not the case. Yeah. I have these all the time, but I chose to do them one at a time sale on eBay due to many, many reasons, as I just bitched about. And I still have my freaking brake lights on eBay, for fuck's sakes. And I jacked the fucking price up. You know, it was $40 shipped to your door. I'm like, wow, this guy wants to charge $150, and like, he had a line like, hey, check me out. I did this fucking years ago. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me? Line them up, I guess. He had all these people. Hey, I want one. I want one. $150. Are you kidding me? Okay, make it happen. That's fine. That was my only bitch. I'm like, everyone can do whatever it is that they do. There is no patent on this fucking crap, but the price gouging is just excessive. And that is the reason for the video. I need to bitch somewhere. When you bitch about this to other people, they don't want to listen to you. So I guess I'll bitch to it on my own fucking platform. How's that? And either you keep scrolling or do a stupid ass comment. That's fine, because I have control. I can make or break that, you know? I just say it as I see it, and, you know, see a need felony. And if fucking people just, the price gouging is excessive and it's ridiculous. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I had several admins like a year ago, like, messaging me, PMing me saying, you're a fucking idiot. You're a complete clown. What is wrong with you? Why are you charging $150 for this piece of shit? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you ran your mouth to me in a PM One, you don't have the hours at the seat trying to get this in digital format to get it CNC cut. Two, you never had the passion to sit down and design it and reverse engineer it. And three, it's like, you're never going to buy anything from me anyway, so what the fuck do you care what I charge? So, based on, and four, based on customer activity, I've lowered the price to the point where I think the cost of living, in theory, where we are today, I think your average person could probably afford it. And that right there in itself is the whole motherfucking goal. Was I don't give a fuck what you think of this. You know what? Because to me, guess what? That was for me and me fucking only. And I can tell you right now, I look at that cocksucker and go, you know what? That's fucking awesome. Because guess what? I could click buy it now and it's always there. Go find a Tony Stewart. Go find an SLP. You're gonna wait and wait and wait, and then you're gonna pay fucking $300-$400. Well, that was the whole fucking goal back then, was to drive the price gouging down. Why on earth would you support price gouging? It makes no sense. So buy whoever you want from. I don't really care, but just giving you an insight, there's a whole lot of shit that goes on in the internal design and the whole process for me as a person or builder to get that product into customers' hands. If they don't like it, typically it's, you pull your wallet out, you have X amount of dollars out of pocket. I get that. Guess what? I've been on both sides of it. I couldn't afford jack shit either many, many years ago. Well, I'm a little better place now because I'm a lot older and a lot fucking wiser because I can build a lot more shit than the next guy. So, yeah. That was the reason for the bitch, was that damn brake light. And I'm like, that is so stupid to argue over something so stupid. Like I said, you're going to fucking charge. People are bitching about this at $150. And then they're going to line up for that third brake light for $150 plus shipping. Are you fucking out of your goddamn mind? That shit is just price gouging to the customer at a new level, man. So yeah. Recap on this. I'm going to get back on this to try to stay back in formation. Because I have a fucking 77 Trans Am over there. I want to get on this lift and get that LS in there. I want me a Trans Am. I want me an old school second gen F body. In the meantime, yeah, we're going to put a motor together. Got, ported head, supercharger, XP cam. All the gaskets you can probably imagine. Lots and lots of shit to go into this car, but plug and play. I'm trying to keep focused, and I need to clear this bench off inside of a couple, 3 weeks, because that motor is going to go in there. Yeah, when I got this thing, got the converter off the old engine, the damn thing was completely, so the whole short block was rusted. So I couldn't even turn the damn motor over to pull converter bolts. So finagled it out, fucked up the bushing, bought another $15 bushing for the converter. Converter's good. Pull the bushing. Good to go. But yeah. Seems there was a lot of bitching and I wanted to cover some stuff, but these cars aren't my main focus, but they're cool nonetheless. And these, I tried to get used to them over the winter, just look at them. Don't get me wrong, I think they're fucking cool, but I wanted a taller sidewall tire. These are 20s. They're an IROC style wheel, but yeah, I had done all rocker metal on this thing. I just choose not to post this shit in the group because it doesn't seem, if you're a worker on this stuff, nobody cares. It's fine. I don't want nobody to care. It's just for me, man. It's for the guy that wants to get it done. As simple as that. So when you do stuff and you build them and sell them for a small amount of money, you just got all this stuff laying around and you want to help out the community. But suddenly it's always taken out of context, and I'm fucking sick of it. But back to the wheels. I'm putting fucking vet wheels on like a goddamn blue one. Got a whole nother set of those. Those are going on. Bought another set of adapters because apparently I used them all up on that GTP that I started on last fall. So yeah, got the pace car graphics, and then outline them in a 1/4 inch, and then all this shit's gonna get cleared over. It's all one-off stuff. It's gonna be a lot of unique features. Do I give a fuck? No, no. It'd be cool fucking cruising by though. You got something that somebody else don't have. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's keeping the hot rod community unique and doing something that nobody else is doing. End of story. Thanks for listening to my bitching. But yeah, the whole third brake light bullshit, man, that is so stupid. $150. Wow. Yeah, line them up, boys. Buy your third brake light for $150. Guess what? He's got maybe $10 into that fucking thing. Yeah. Talk about price gouging, shall we? Thanks.